course, it'd be super helpful if I actually plugged my headset in. Hiya, my name's Andy, and welcome back to the channel. So it's time to jump into the second episode of, I was going to say Game of Thrones then, House of the Dragon Season 2. Now the last episode obviously was a lot of setup because, you know, the first episode of the season, but it did end on quite a big moment. Obviously the rat catchers sent by Daemon, who were going to go and kill Aemond, couldn't find him, and they found Rhaenyra instead, and basically they wanted to kill her son instead, like son for a son. And obviously because they were twins and they couldn't tell which was the boy and which was the girl, they basically made Rhaenyra tell them which one was the boy, which would have been horrendous for her. I mean, it's a horrendous situation regardless, but the fact that she has to stand there and she's essentially choosing which of her children die is God. I can't even imagine. But anyway, so yeah, that's obviously going to ruffle a few feathers, putting it mildly. Yeah, I don't expect Aegon to react well to that. And sadly, I don't think it's gonna be because of his absolute undying love for his child. I think it's more going to be because they dared to do it, if that makes sense. But again, I could be wrong. Maybe he absolutely adores his children and he's just an asshole in every other respect, but we shall see. That's enough talking. Let's jump into it. This is House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 2. Oh, the aftermath is not going to be good, is it? I can feel it already. Oh god. Shit, yeah, they're going to try and figure out who did it. I'm guessing. Shit.
I'll kill them! I'll kill them all! Traitors and villains!
Yes.
I am the king!
Please, wait.
That's his dad's.
This is war! I declare war!
Jesus. He's gonna know they came for him, because the coins are gone. Or maybe he's not gonna know they came for him, but he's noticed the coins are gone.
The villain will be found. We mustn't be shaken by this. They will pay for this.
Of course, this is kind of in Otto's favour, isn't it?
Who will pay?
Whose ever hand did this or caused it to be done?
And what if the hand that's done it is not who must be blamed? The gods punish us. They punish me.
For what sin? Daughter, listen to me. Some good may yet come of this.
My son is my legacy! And where were you? The Lord Commander of my King's Guard.
I was abed, Your Grace, having ordered the night's watch.
I'm bad! Instead of safeguarding the sanctity of my family.
This is not the time for blind accusations, Your Grace. We'll know who did this soon enough.
Who did this? Is there any question who did this? There she sits across the bay on her rock, laughing at me. She's fucking laughing at me!
Ooh.
If I may, Your Grace, my lords, the guard has detained someone. The man we apprehended is known to us. He's a gold cloak. We caught him, fleeing the gate of the gods, the child's head in a sack.
Oh god.
I'll kill him myself.
We do well to get what information we can from the blackguard.
We would do well to ascertain if this is your sister's hand, or if there is a serpent nestled closer to our bosoms.
Lord Jasper is correct. In one sense, we must determine what happened, and in another sense, of course, it doesn't matter.
You mean to blame Rhaenyra? Tell the realm she has done this.
I'll have the realm told nothing. We were assaulted within our own walls. Within our own beds. I will not be seen as weak.
You're already seen as weak.
No!
Ooh.
And so you would name her Monster, Slayer of Infants.
It would get everyone on their side though, wouldn't it?
Let them look upon the works of this pretender to the throne.
God, they're starting off with really heavy scenes, aren't they?
Jaehaerys was my grandson. I loved him. I will not have him die in vain. Jaehaerys will do more for us now than 1,000 knights in battle.
She's right.
You will have your war, your grace, but if you wait a short time, you may yet double your strength. Let the Silent Sisters ready the prince for his final journey. And riding behind him, his mother the queen, and with her the queen dowager. I think you'll all agree the king himself must be spared.
Just in case he does something stupid, like kills everybody.
When the people share our grief, they draw closer to us.
But I don't want them closer. I don't know them.
Sometimes we have to pretend. Helena, what you saw last night when you came to my room.
This is for my boy.
I mean, that's going to be doubly hard for her, isn't it? Like, feeling so exposed like that after what happened. And obviously they've shown a couple of times, like the bit where Daemon was talking to the Ratcatchers, and the Ratcatcher asked what happens if they can't find Aemon, and then you just see Daemon smile. We don't hear what he says. So I guess it's implying that Daemon said we'll just kill. Maybe he suggested to look for the young ones. Or maybe they just took it on their own initiative, I'm not sure, but... Oh God.
I was hired by Daemon Targaryen. He paid us half now, half when the job is done.
Who is us?
A rat catcher. I don't know his right name.
Behold the works of Rhaenyra Targaryen!
Are you gonna hurt me?
No, but I cannot vouch for his grace.
Oh fuck. Oh, I'm putting my cup down. Mug. Whatever it is. Oh God. Oh God. Shit.
A curse of Rhaenyra, the monstrous!
It is yet unclear how the keep itself was breached. The boy's head was severed from his body.
And they are accusing me of having a hand in this.
It appears so. There have been messages sent to that effect.
We must double our guard. There will be swift retribution in one form or
I have
another.
seen to it, Your Grace.
Let me fly out on Vermax. Rhaenys is needed in the gullet, and I can watch for movements from King's Landing.
No.
She's not going to risk him.
The damage to our position is immeasurable.
But it's a lie.
No, it's not though, is it?
The death of Prince Lucerys is a shock. A mother so aggrieved might naturally seek relief in retribution.
Are you suggesting, Sir Alfred, that my grief drove me to order the decapitation of a child?
Penny dropped.
Did you send assassins to murder children in their beds?
I sent the Queen's vengeance for her son.
What did you tell this vengeance? What did you say to him?
I was clear in my instructions. Aemond, the brother of Aegon the Usurper. I cannot be responsible for a
Cannot be
mistake.
responsible. If Aemond was not to be found, what were your instructions then?
They did not concern in any way that of a little child.
You said that it was your aim to spill Hightower blood. And if not Aemond, then anyone would do.
No.
You have wounded me. My standing among my own council.
I said no.
I don't believe you.
I'm not sure I do either, to be honest.
I cannot trust you, Damon. I've never trusted you, wholly. But now I have seen that your heart belongs only to you. And when I was a child, I took this as a challenge. But I'm older now. I have challenges enough.
I have served you faithfully.
Have you? Or have you used me as a tool with which to grasp at your stolen inheritance?
Oh, fuck.
I think you used my words as an excuse to take your own revenge, to indulge the darkness you keep sheathed within you like a blade.
You think me some kind of monster?
Oh, I don't know what to think of you. I don't know what you are. You thought ever and only of your own glory, and not of my father in his grief.
Your father
who
was
needed
a coward
you.
who knew I was the stronger son, and he was afraid to be seen in my shadow.
Is that what you understand of your own brother?
He was raised at his side. Do you believe he made you heir because of your great wisdom?
Shit.
He was afraid of me because he knew your legacy, unlike mine, would never outshine his own.
He was not afraid of you. He could not trust you.
You sought greatness but shrank from spilling blood to achieve it, and I see you will suffer the same fate.
You struck down a child.
It was a mistake.
I don't think I've breathed for the last 10 minutes. I think there's a lot of difference between going after Aemond, who's basically a grown man, and killing a child in its crib.
You wish to see me, Your Grace?
Take Moondancer and keep a watch on King's Landing. I must know which course they take next.
I will be vigilant.
I depend on you, Baela. Stay high and keep your distance.
That's such a cool haul. So, is he going to Harrenhal or is he going somewhere else? That dragon is so weird looking. Some of the shots in this episode are crazy.
Have you told anyone?
What do you take me for?
One who seeks absolution.
There is none for what I've done.
Not going to ask this one to marry you then? I mean, obviously you can't because... Well, actually you could because... Never mind. I was going to say you can't because she's married, but then I realised she's actually not married, is she? It would not be proper. Is that symbolism for her feeling like she's drowning?
What is this? It's a reminder of yesterday, I think. The procession was muddy. I'll replace it hence. Do it now.
No, I've not eaten. If I could
You
just...
defy my authority, Sir Aric. The white cloak is a symbol of our purity.
Oh, fuck off.
We so easily sully our ancient honor.
Projecting much?
Where were you when Jaehaerys was murdered? With King Aegon. And you were not in the private quarters where you might have prevented the crime.
His Grace wished to entertain his companions.
Where were you? Lord Commander. Surely once she ascended, she should have... Your brother is a thief and a traitor to the crown.
Oh, this guy is an absolute dickhead. Cole, I mean, he's an absolute knob.
First your brother betrays us, and then the young prince is murdered on your watch.
You are mad, sir.
You have brought disgrace upon our ranks, and now you must restore it.
How am I to do that?
Oh god. I've just remembered a thing.
You will go to Dragonstone and strike down Rhaenyra in her own halls, the way she sought to do with Aemond. Alone. Does your courage fail you, Sir Aric?
It's not a matter of courage. How would I enter?
Your twin serves there at the pleasure of the so-called queen. They will mistake you for him if you play the part. Put down the pretender, and you will end a war before it begins.
You would send me to my death.
Or to triumph. Now will you go? Or must I question your loyalty to the king?
As you command.
Absolute piece of shit. I literally hate that guy. Aegon? Oh no. The other one.
Daemon sent them to kill me.
I was out. In truth, I am proud that he considers me such a foe, and that he seeks to murder me in my bed. I do regret that business with Luke. And
I am glad to hear it.
they used to tease me, you know.
Interesting.
Because I was different.
I would remind you only that when princes lose their temper, it is often others who suffer. Small folk, like me.
So he just didn't tell them that he meant to do it, maybe just because that would be like admitting he'd made a mistake.
The markets have been running low since the blockade. Those with the means are hoarding everything they can. I walked 2 hours today to find a chicken for the pot. And paid 3 times as much as I should have.
The king has promised us some relief.
Did he say when?
Well met, brother. After many months away.
It's the guy that saved Corlys, isn't it?
I hear Lord Corlys himself commended you for your service to him.
He did.
Will you sail with him when his ship has been repaired?
He made no offer. And I'd rather he didn't, truth be told.
Do not be foolish, Alan. To serve with a sea snake is to make your fortune. Had I such a chance, I would leap at it.
That's because you haven't seen what I've seen. There is a war brewing, Adam. A real one.
Another opportunity to distinguish yourself.
Remind him of your word.
Brother, he owes you. He owes us.
I mistrust this silence.
Damon flies when we most need his hand at the oar.
I too have felt the crown pass over me. It is a hard thing to accept. And now Viserys is dead and all claims are in doubt.
You don't think Damon will challenge her?
Not as such. Neither can he allow her to command him.
Pity. I have on occasion found that to be quite enjoyable.
If he can take Harrenhal, all may well be forgiven.
This place is so cool.
The Lady Massaria, Your Grace.
Interesting.
You're aware of yesterday's events in King's Landing?
I am.
Tell me what part you played in their unfolding.
I had nothing to do with it.
Who are you?
I gave Daemon 2 names. That is the extent of it, and I did not wish to do that much. He said it was the price of my freedom. Does he say otherwise?
He's gone.
For how long?
A week? Or forever, I do not know.
He does do that, doesn't he? You remember me now.
Of course, they met at Dragonstone, yeah, in the first season.
You trade in the secrets of the Red Keep. Your web runs unseen through King's Landing. And now, when my enemy coils himself to strike at me...
I can do nothing now but ask you to honor your husband's words.
It would not serve me to set you free. At best, I lose an asset to my cause. At worst, you betray me in some fouler way.
They set it all aflame.
Who did?
The High Towers, I can only assume. The Hand did not like it when I showed my teeth.
And if she's going to use her to, I was going to say, like, her network. Because, like, obviously the others have got Laris, haven't they?
Oh no. My son.
Oh, God.
Who are they?
Rat catchers.
Shit. There he is. I mean, at least they got the right one in amongst all of them.
What have you done?
The rat catchers!
Oh, I had them hanged.
The maggot who took my son.
Idiot!
Beware how you speak to your king, my lord.
The king is my grandson, and my grandson is a fool. He's worse than a fool. He's murdered innocent men.
And one guilty one.
And hanged them from the walls of the city for all to see.
Kind of just undone everything that Jaehaerys' death has gained them.
With your child's blood, he bought their approval, and you've thrown it away after all I've done for you.
Ooh.
Feckless.
He's gonna fire him, isn't he?
I will not be thought weak. I wish to spill blood, not ink. We must act. Sir Criston Cole has acted.
And what has Sir Criston Cole done?
He has sent Sir Aric to slay Rhaenyra.
Gods help us all.
It's time the bitch queen paid a price.
And you acceded to this prank without consulting me?
You never think of your father.
Dignity.
Fuck dignity. I want revenge. My father is dead.
He is. And we are the poorer for it.
I know that's his grandson, but he has to be careful. I don't think he realises.
He was right about you.
Oof.
He made me king.
Is that what you think?
Fuck.
Remove your badge, Sir Otto. You are my father's hand, not mine.
It's not like he was listening to him anyway.
I have that, and I find it stimulating.
I don't know why that made me laugh.
Insolent pup.
Did you just say insolent pup?
Give it to Cole.
Oh, fucking hell. Worst person.
In this hour, you have proven yourself of more worth than 100 old men.
You will regret this.
I do not know if I trust you, but I will keep the word of my house if you say that it was given.
Your Grace.
There is a Valarian ship in the harbour, bound for Myr by way of Pentos. I will see that you are given passage.
I am... Thank you.
Sir Eric, Massaria will be leaving us. Then have someone take her down and secure her berth on the Corwin.
Your Grace.
Shit.
A moment.
Go tell her. Go on, go on. I have goosebumps. I don't know why I'm holding my breath for him. I don't want him to get through. Obviously.
Sir Eric, I'm restless. I will stand this evening's duty.
Let me ask the Maester for a draft.
Perhaps that would be best. Sir Eric.
Shit.
Believe me, I had no choice.
I don't understand.
Brother! Do not do this. I beg you.
Run and find Sir Lawrence.
Shit!
Your Grace!
Sir Lawrence!
With me, Your Grace! Which is Eric?
We were born together. You parted us! But I still love you, brother.
Your Grace.
Eric.
Forgive me.
No! No!
You know as well as I do that Aegon must be kept in check.
Sir Kristen is not temperate, but his devotion cannot be questioned if it does come to war.
He's ensured it. I wish now not for the good of the realm, but for the petty satisfaction of vengeance. I'll return to Old Town. The High Towers still have strength, and you have a son there. Daron may yet help us in weeks to come.
The one that went to the Citadel.
I have sinned.
I do not wish to hear of it.
That was a much faster paced episode. Where to begin, really? I did remember the Eric and Arik thing, if that's their names, the twins, the Kingsguard twins. But I thought that was later on in the story of like the Dance of Dragons, so that was a little bit of a surprise that it happened in this episode. But yeah, Cole sending him, again, I don't remember which twin it is, but Kristen Cole just continuing to be an absolute dickhead in this season. He just makes me so angry, and he has since the first season. He is like, he's just an absolute asshole. And I mean, I suppose he would, trying to look at it from his perspective, but I suppose he was right in that if the Kingsguard had managed to get in and kill Rhaenyra, it would have ended the war. Hello, just me editing. I did just want to clear up what I just said. Basically, when I said that killing Rhaenyra would have ended the war, actually it wouldn't have ended the war, because there is literally no way that Daemon would have let that lie. Regardless of whether he has a claim to the throne or not, if they'd killed Rhaenyra at that moment, he would have basically taken fire to King's Landing. He would have not stopped until every one of them was dead. So that would not have ended the war. Anyway, I just wanted to clear that up because it was a little bit too much to just put in a text thing. So, yes. But he's acting without speaking to the king, and I don't think for a second that Aegon told him to do that. I'm pretty sure he was acting off his own ideas, and he told Aegon afterwards. But to do that, without speaking to the king, without speaking to the Hand, without speaking to the council, just seems like a real reach. And maybe it's because he's sleeping with Alicent that he's kind of feeling like he's more, or he has more power than he has. Or obviously now he's Hand, isn't he? So he does have more power. But I don't know. I guess maybe it is the Alicent thing, thinking about it, that's kind of made him feel more secure in his position and able to do stuff like that. But it's interesting. And frustrating, but it's also interesting. And obviously, Otto's been let go, which we kind of had a hint of that in the last episode with Larys, basically saying to Aegon that, that Otto was his dad's hand. So that kind of wasn't a surprise. What was a little bit of a surprise, well, it wasn't, but seeing Aemond admit that he hadn't wanted to kill Luke, which we knew, obviously, from his expression in the final episode of the last season. But the way he was last episode, he was kind of coming across like he meant to do it, and, it was his plan to start the war. So I guess he's just gone back to Dragonstone after doing that, and instead of admitting to making a mistake, he's just said, yeah, I meant to do that. So that's really interesting. So he isn't as bloodthirsty as he makes out. He's just kind of putting on a bit of a front. I mean, I'm sure he wants a fight and he wants the dragons to fight and stuff, but I don't think he's quite as ruthless as he might be kind of portraying there. But we'll see. He may be pushed into that, obviously, with stuff that happens in subsequent episodes, but I think at this point, he's kind of not quite as bad as we might think he is, or as he wants us to think he is. But yeah, I suppose the other big thing in this episode was the whole Rhaenyra Daemon thing. Like, just that whole confrontation. And it's weird, isn't it? Because it's just suddenly occurred to me. Daemon has basically done to Rhaenyra what Criston Cole did to Aegon. He's gone behind her back and just acted on his own kind of accord. And it's bad because obviously killing the child is really bad. I mean, killing children is not good, obviously. And obviously it's still in doubt as to whether Daemon actually said just kill any of them if they couldn't find Aemond. I mean, maybe he did say that and didn't actually think that they would kill a child. You know, maybe he was thinking of like Helena or even Aegon or Alicent. But yeah, I don't know. It's just telling, isn't it, again, that Daemon's just buggered off when Rhaenyra really needs him. Like, he just seems to do that all the time. Before I do wrap this video up, I did mention it again during the reaction, but this episode just felt like it was full of really amazing shots. Like, there was the first one that I remember during the funeral procession when Helena was looking up and, like, the veil on her face. It just looked really cool. And then we had another one with the close-up of Rhaenyra when she was sitting, like, near the window and stuff. It was just, I don't know, it was just really striking. Maybe they did that in the last episode as well and I just didn't pick up on it, but it was a really, really enjoyable episode. I'm very excited to see what happens next. Because I think we've got 8 episodes in this season, haven't we? So that's 2 down, 6 to go, so yeah. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.